And welcome back, Worldwide Wolves. We're here to talk about 2 regular season NBA basketball games. It's here. If you want preseason content, go check out our most recent episode. It's an hour long. We go over every single player. But this one, we're going to be going over the Trailblazers matchup and then the Lakers matchup, going over the Wolves' strengths, weaknesses compared to both teams, picking a winner. Should be fun. We're going to do this for probably most of the games this season, just in standalone episodes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Jake, host of the the Howls and Growls YouTube channel. Sorry, we just went for an hour, so I'm a little. But Jake, how we doing, my friend? You are muted.
I'm the co-host of the Worldwide Wolves and the host of Howls and Growls. I do know how to use a microphone sometimes, and I'm happy to be back. Yeah, we did record a big old episode last episode, but now we get to do the fun stuff. We get to leave preseason behind, throw it in the bin, kill it with fire, and we get to talk about the regular season, which I am excited for.
Yes, so the Wolves do not play on opening night, but they play the day after. They'll play Wednesday night for all of us in actual America here. For Jake, it's going to be Thursday, Friday, so who knows? He's in Australia.
Yes, it'll be Thursday,
okay.
10 a.m., which I'm
That's kind of nice. I mean, really.
It's a wake up. I mean, I think I'll actually be working at the time. Yeah, but I will listen to Alan Horton.
Yes, because he won't be doing all the TV. That's right. All right. But yeah, we'll get into just kind of matchups, strengths, weaknesses for each side, and just kind of go over the opposing teams and, what they look like. But we'll just get right into the Trailblazers here. They'll enter with a record of 0-0. But last year, they were, I think, better than people give them credit for. And I expect them to be, again, a sneaky competitive team. They actually finished last year going 25-25 over their last 56th in defensive rating during that time. And I guess they're just a team that the Wolves have certainly had their struggles with, and it's been an annoying matchup for sure last year, and one that, they're going into. They're going to be favored by probably a handful of points, but certainly not a game the Wolves can go into super relaxed. I don't expect them to because it's opening night. It is on the road, but you go into this game and play hard. It's opening night, but I think the Blazers are better than people are going to give them credit for. I would think they're going to be a sneaky possible play-in team, 9 or 10 seed, but yeah, that's just broad overview. Your initial thoughts on the Trailblazers coming in for the Wolves?
Yeah, they're a fun team. Like they're definitely a league pass team for me. They were a funny part of Minnesota's season last season. Like obviously there was those 2 losses in a row toward the start of the season, which the wheels kind of fell off for all of us after those 2 games. But they also the underappreciated part of this matchup last season was the game where they were playing really well. I feel like they had won like 9 in a row, Portland or something. In the middle part of the season, the Wolves had no Ant, no Rudy, no Randall.
Yep.
I think Jaden had 30 something. Nas had an insane game. Like he was like shooting step back threes and doing all sorts of fun things. I think Rob started. I think that was the one game of the season that Rob started, and the Wolves won, and that was an upset win actually because they, Portland were playing so well, and Minnesota was so kind of devastated with injuries. So, I'm really looking forward to this matchup because I think it's going to be it's a dogfight, and I hate early season easy in quotation marks schedules because I don't think any team's easy at the start of the season. Like I think, you'll see the Jazz will be 7-7 at the start. Like that's the kind of thing that happens at the start of the season. I think you want to play bad teams late in seasons. I think you want to play the good teams early because they're always going to be good.
Got something to play for.
Yeah, the level's always there. Whereas I think the young teams, the kind of middling, the bad teams, they're always better in the first month of the season than they're going to be for the rest of the season. So
you could counter that and say like the younger teams, they have players that don't quite know NBA style at this point, but the Blazers don't really fit
they're not like laced with rookies, who I think they've got a lot of really fun players. Sorry. So
yeah. I mean, the starting 5 for the Blazers, they're not going to have Scoot Henderson. He's going to be out. He tore his hamstring, so that's
Mhm.
a break for the Wolves, but sucks for
Yeah,
them.
it
But it should
begins
be
early. This has been
right.
happening for years now that the Wolves get a lot of breaks.
Right, exactly. But it should be Drew Holiday at the 1, Shaden Sharp, Denny Advia, Jeremy Grant, and then Donovan Clingan, I think, should be the starting
That's a
5
fun
there.
lineup,
Yeah,
man.
very defensively, like really good
Yeah,
defensively. Top 5
yeah.
defense,
Denny
probably.
Avdia was sick to end the season. Yeah, I'm not going to make any jokes. Well, he's from about his country, but yeah, he was insanely good to end the
Yeah,
season. And looks like he's at least like sub all-star level of player. And I expect that to be like consistent this season, especially without Simons there now.
right.
Obviously, Stute's going to be out at the start of the season. Dame won't be back. And they're going to be really good defensively. Klingon gave Gobert fits last season. Like, he just could not figure him out. He was too big for him. He was somehow too athletic for
7'2",
him.
280, dude. He's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah. Shaden Sharp has kind of been on the precipice of a breakout, I feel like, for a couple of seasons now when he's healthy. Kamara might be one of the best perimeter defenders in the league.
Yeah.
Jeremy Grant is terrible, but he's there.
He's
And he
also
can,
32. Like he's
and
you know what
he
you're
is the
getting.
type of player who can score 38 points on any given night. Like if you catch a Jeremy Grant night, you kind of just have to tip your hat because it will happen. Time Lord Robert Williams is still there. He also, like, Gobert really struggled with him last season too.
Matisse Thybulle, solid enough 3-and-D if he's healthy. Like he's not
Yeah.
great. I mean, he's fine.
Yes, Australian national team member.
Did I say his name right? Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay,
think
did
it
I?
is.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, they're fun and they feel hungry. I think I don't have the exact fact, but I think they have a pick thing where they are incentivized to win this season. Like, I don't think they get their pick. Maybe if it's like top 5 or, so I
Gotcha.
don't think this is a team that no team is tanking in the first month
The
of the
players
season.
aren't. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, but like, this is the team that wants to win. I think they can win, 35 to 40 games. Whether they get there or not, I'm probably not sure, but I'm not worried because I'm excited to see this, like, Wolves team play teams like this, but this does feel like the type of team that can really mess things up for Minnesota.
It's going to be a scrappy game. I'm just curious, especially without Scoot Henderson. I mean, it's not like he was an electric scorer, but he's in year 3. He's going to keep getting better. But is there one number one option here, like Shaden Sharp and then Denny Advia, which isn't like terrible, but I mean, it's not Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. So, I mean, the Wolves key, it's ironically like it's continuity. Get the Blazers team as they're still trying to mesh with a defense first identity that will be good, but like they're just getting Drew in here. They're playing without Scoot. It's a team that's going to be good and scrappy, but like for all we've been talking about continuity, this is the type of game where you come in and a solid offense has to be able to beat a defense like this that Portland's going to be throwing at you.
Yeah, and if this game does kind of get into the mud, then Minnesota need to be willing to get into the mud with it because they should be able to do the same thing to Portland's offense, which has no shooting. Like, that's going to be their Achilles heel for the whole season. Is that I don't know if anyone is shooting 40% from 3 on this team. Like, maybe Avdia, maybe Sharp. I mean, they kind of feel like guys who could, but Sharp shot 31% from 3 last season. Like, this is a team where you can pack the paint. If you have a Gobert, if you have McDaniels off the ball, like if you have these long defenders, I think that you should be able to stifle this team offensively. So it's all about, I guess, what Minnesota can do against that defense. Like, if you can have a connected night, if you can have a night where you hit threes, if you can have a night where Ant gets off the leash or Randall finds a matchup, like, who's defending Randall? Is it Jeremy Grant? Is it Kamara? Yeah. I mean, Kamara is going to be on Ant, I would say. Is it Avdia maybe? Like,
I mean, no, you're good. I mean, to start, it's going to be Shaden Sharp. Like, I mean, it's probably Klingan or Kamara's not starting. I don't think so.
I think
Ant's got to take advantage of that. Or do you think he's starting?
Yeah, unless Grant comes off the bench, maybe, and they start Avdia at the 4. Like, I think that could be an option because I think I think they have to start Kamara. Like, I think he's their best defender by far on a team who have a lot of good defenders. Like, I don't know. We're not in the weeds with the Portland stuff,
Yeah.
but to me, it would be, Drew, Sharp, Kamara, Avdia, Klingon. Like, I think
That's fair. You'd really know what you're getting with Jeremy Grant, and it's not good. So,
but then there's still the point still applies. Is who's defending Rand. This feels like a Randall night, and I'm gonna be focusing on these Randall nights this season because we saw it in the playoffs that if Randall has a matchup, he can be your best player. Like, he can, and you can run an offense through him, and can kind of be not a Robin to his Batman, but more of like this double, tag team super duo. So that is what I want to see on opening night, because I feel like we just expect that Ant probably needs to get his all the time. Like, Kamara's going to be on him. That's going to be really tough. But I think you kind of expect Ant to have 25 to 30 every night and do his thing. Randall does feel a little bit more matchup dependent. And this feels like a good Randall matchup. So that, to me, that's where you get the edge. If Randall
he can take advantage of these matchups. Like, it's not like
he's
good at that. Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
that's kind of like his bread and butter. So, if you're looking for this advantage where both teams should be able to kind of stifle the other team defensively, where do you get the little edge? I think it's going to be Randall.
Nice. All right, give me a winner. You got Wolves?
Yeah, I think the Wolves. I mean, it's hard to kind of say to go against the grain here when you're talking about a team who was in the lottery last season. We both like Portland, but
I mean, the Wolves are a better team. They should.
They're a better.
They're
a better team. And where is this? Is this in Portland?
This is in Portland. Yep. It's
so
10
that
PM for me.
Very nice. So that kind of brings the odds, because it'll be a fun crowd in Portland opening night.
Yep. It's a 3.5 point spread right now, so that's not huge.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that's a good line. Like, that's kind of where I would expect. I would expect this to be like both teams score under 100. Randall has 28, 8, and 5. And that feels like the difference, and we get off to a great Julius Randle start to the season.
Yeah, I'm with that. Slow Advia down, make Sharp beat you, and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Wolves win this game. I don't care about spreads, but I would take the over the 3.5.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to do that, but yeah, I think they win this game, and it's probably going to be a mess. It's probably going to look gross for a lot of it because they're scrappy and defensive. But I think the Wolves come away with this one, and we'll come away going, all right, 1-0, but it didn't look pretty. So that's my prediction there.
And as we said before we went live here, I'm spreadsheeting these. That is something very different, I believe. I'm spreadsheeting these, all of these predictions, and obviously the results, and we'll kind of keep like a tally here on who's the better tipster. So for that, feels like a kind of an easy dubs across the board.
Yeah, and then the game 2 we can get into as well. We'll just, it's till the next time we record probably, is the Lakers game. Wolves just saw them beat them in a playoff series. They're without LeBron James. They didn't get, I don't care that they added Ayton. That means almost nothing to me. Like, he'll be solid with Luka, but I don't.
You're tempting fate here. You're tempting fate for a 30-10 DeAndre Ayton
Am
game.
I really? Am I doing that? I mean, we'll see. But
did DeAndre Ayton play really well in these Portland? I mean, he's tied to this Portland thing. I feel like he might have. I feel like all of the centers. Like, I feel like these were the bad Gobert games of the season.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
I feel like Ayton made like 19.
And maybe Ayton will come out with a spark just with a new team. So maybe I'm wrong here, but
yeah, he's probably got a few weeks in him, where he's got the motivation to play well.
True. But yeah, Lakers that'll be, I guess I should have checked this. Is that a home game for the Wolves? Ooh.
No, that's an away game, I believe. I believe both. I think the home opener is against Indiana.
Right. Okay. Yep. Okay. So that'll be
in game 3.
Yes. So then Wednesday they play the Blazers, and then Friday they play the Lakers in LA. Okay. Yep.
And also, DeAndre Ayton scored a total of 10 points in 2 games against Minnesota last season. So I retract that statement. He did have 15 boards and 4 blocks in one of them. So
Yeah, I have so much less to say about the Lakers than I do the Blazers. They're far from a league pass team for me. They're just not
Agreed.
any fun. Like Luca, I can't stand watching him play. He'll score 30 probably, and
See,
I,
I
I
love what I mean. I don't like Luca,
really,
the
man.
like the character, you know,
Okay,
the whiny little bitchy, you know,
yeah.
Luca. But like, I love his game. Like, I
Do
think
you
he's
do you
really
like
fun to
watching him
watch.
more than Shea?
Yeah, I do.
Really, I
I think
disagree. Okay,
I love like I think he's a genius. I think he's a basketball genius.
true.
Like
He's just
I
fat
think
and
he's
slow, so it's really
I
not
think
that
he's
much.
like he's just like the whiny version of Jokic. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
watching
Okay,
Jokic
I like
in
Jokic.
general. Yeah, I like watching Jokic because I think he's cool as well. Like I don't think Luka's cool. I don't think I'd want to have a beer with him. But like I do like watching him play basketball. But those things go hand in hand. That he is going to complain and cry, and you know he's when your team is playing Luka, I don't like watching him.
Very fair, and we got
Like
that full experience a couple years ago.
yeah,
But
so
this Lakers team, you got any big thoughts on just the overall pieces around Luca without LeBron?
yeah, I think they are the kind of team where like if you were to tell me the Wolves lost this game, I wouldn't be like upset about it. But I also think that they're an overrated team. Like,
Yeah,
and you know, there's I think the line for them might be like 47.5 or something. Like I don't again, we're not going to get into gambling lines and stuff, but just
despite us
because
continuously bringing it up.
yeah, but just because I was
I
listening
do.
to
No, I'm just kidding.
Lowe and Simmons the other day, and they were kind of talking about the over unders, but um, I think this team's going to win like 43 games. I don't know. I might be wrong. It might just be Luka and LeBron can drag them to more than that, and that wouldn't be
But they don't
surprising.
have
But
LeBron. They I don't know how long he's gonna be
yeah,
out.
I mean, I have dealt with sciatica multiple
Dude,
times
me
in my
too. Oh
life.
my god.
Yeah, I have a really bad like I have a herniated disc in my lower back that sits on both
How have we
of the
never
side.
talked about this? It made my life
Yeah,
hell for like 2 years.
yeah, I still am dealing with it. Like not
Same.
as bad anymore, but yeah. So I don't know if LeBron can feel his foot because there was times where I couldn't feel my foot, but there's no way I could play a game of basketball, and I'm not LeBron James. But that's not a 2 week injury.
No.
Like I mean, it might be that he will deal with it. I'm sure he'll play 60 games or whatever, but he will be dealing with it all season. Um,
I'd love to know the treatment plan. You know, if you get
Yeah, I mean,
LeBron.
if we had as much money as LeBron, I'm sure our back would feel a lot better. But you know, there's obviously going to be no LeBron in this game, no LeBron in the second game they play Minnesota as well in a
Yeah.
couple of weeks, I think. So, yeah, I'm not sure that's a massive like. Obviously, LeBron is awesome. Like LeBron might be the best player ever, but I just thought they kind of figured out LeBron in that playoff series.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it
fair.
was like, you know, come over here and guard Julius Randle. If you've got the athleticism to do that all night and give us 30, then like we want to see you do that. Um,
Yeah.
and and let's see how well you can play off ball, off Luca. You know, like are you going to make threes? Because we don't think you will. And I feel like that was a good kind of blueprint. I don't know who starts. Like, what's their starting lineup? Is
I
it so? It's
mean, it's
Luca,
yeah,
Reeves,
Reeves, Vincent
eight.
or Smart,
Yeah, unless they just kind of unless it's
Hachimura.
just unless that's the backcourt is Luca and Reeves, you know,
Okay, true. Yeah, good point.
and they might play like
Hachimura,
Hachimura, Aiton,
Aiton, and
Van.
then
I mean, I feel like Vando needs to play, and I don't really like Vando. I mean, I
Kleber.
like
Is Kleber
Vando.
gonna play this year? He's been hurt. Like,
Who's guarding anyone? Because
dude,
that's the
I can't.
like
I like.
who's
How does
guarding
this team have a
Anthony Edwards?
win like a 48? Are you kidding me with the over under? Like, I don't
Yeah,
see
the
it.
perimeter defense on this team is
We're talking about
a
Vanderbilt, man.
crime against humanity.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
see it.
and that's kind of again we talked about the Randall being the differentiator. If we're talking Wolves win, the differentiator here is that who's guarding Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. I mean, Hachimura I think is kind of an all right matchup for Randall. I mean, like not a good one, but
Good
you know,
enough. You know.
a sensible one.
Yeah.
So either is it Reeves? Is it
Dude,
Luca?
Reeves or Luca on Edwards, that's 50
Mm,
points. Like, are you kidding me?
barbecue chicken. I think they're going to start Vando at least for this game, and I
Yeah,
think they
because he
might.
can at
I
least
think
piss someone off. Like, he
yeah,
can
I think he's a good point of attack defender, Vando. So I think
on
it's going to get to the
on
point.
Edwards, do you think?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Rando's done a really good job on Edwards. Not really in the playoff series, but the problem with Vando and why I don't think he could do a good job in the playoff series is that he's so bad offensively.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they could survive him being out there. Like the playoffs is different to the regular season. You can get away with 28 Vando minutes in a regular season game when you're not kind of fully scouted and, they're not leaving Vando open in the corner to double Luka all game. Like, yeah, I think
it's a different team. Like, it's a very similar team to what we saw in the playoffs, but it's different in that way that it's not, a playoff atmosphere.
And so that's where Minnesota win this game. I think where the Lakers win this game is that Luka can just win you a game, man.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't.
I know. I'm underestimating him, man. I really am.
And he's pissed off at the world. Like, I don't know how much I believe the skinny Luka stuff, but even if he's just not fat, like if Luka scored 48 points in this game, we wouldn't sit here and be like, oh my God, how did that happen? Like, the Wolves have never had anyone who can defend Luka. Like, he's not a guy that Jaden McDaniels plays well on. He's not a guy that Jalen Clark can defend. Like, Natil's not there anymore, and he wasn't good on him anyway. So, like, you just kind of do they do that thing that they've done before with Jokic, where it's like, we're going to let Luka get 40,
right, and just hope no one else scores a point.
Yeah, like 40 and 2 assists, because that you will win if you do that.
But Luka can also just beat that still. Like, so can Jokic.
He can beat that. He doesn't. Joe Bear is not good on Luka. Like, I don't think it's as bad as it's as people have made out. But it's not a player that kind of Luka has any fear of. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna bet the Wolves here. Like, I'm gonna go for a double. I mean, we obviously can't go 82-0.
If you pick the Wolves every time, you'll probably just go 50-32. So I mean,
so I just.
But I'm with you. I'm not betting again.
Before we talk through this, I think I was closer to leaning to the Lakers just because it's in LA, home opener, I'm guessing, for them, or maybe not. But it's a tough environment to go and play in. And at some point, you need to, like, they are going to lose games, Minnesota. But I don't know. I'm just looking at the perimeter defense, and I'm thinking, who can guard?
I mean, the Wolves are the better team here. Like, if that's just what I'm going off here, which it kind of is, there's going to be weird factors that the Wolves lose a lot of games for. They're the Wolves, so
and even in a game like this where a team doesn't have good perimeter defenders, like, you can shoot 8 of 35 from 3 and lose. Like, that can happen on any night.
And I've got to see the collapses happen before I pick a collapse. I can't do it yet before we actually start seeing the weird play. So
and this is the time for optimism. Like, it feels weird betting against them in week 1. So, but yeah, if they can prove to me who's going to guard Anthony Edwards, and then if it is Vando, when Vando goes to the bench, like, who's going to guard Terrence Shannon Jr.? Like, that's the level of perimeter defenders that they have, where even the bench guys, I'm like, I don't know who's stopping them. Like, the Wolves would have to have a really, like, a high unforced turnover, or a high, or a low 3-point make night, I think, to lose this game, which could happen. And again, or Luka could score 50, and that could happen too. But I think if I'm kind of, playing the odds a little bit here, I think the Wolves will win.
Yeah, and it could be 55% or whatever, but I'd rather take that than the other 45. So I'm with you. Wolves are going to start 2-0 here. Sorry Lakers, sorry Blazers. Blazers going to be a lot more fun than the Lakers.
I'm looking forward to
when
we disagree on one of these, because it will happen.
Yeah. I'm not going to look ahead because that's for next week, but should be interesting. I mean, it could just be the next Lakers game after they win or lose this one, depending on how it looks. Good stuff. Quicker episode, just because we, 2 games.
Yeah, and we're going to try and do this every week, just to preview the games. Like, obviously, we're not going live after every game stuff, like you used to, or like, we'd probably like to if we had more time. But
speak for yourself. Yeah.
Yes. So, we'll try and do this, and then we'll catch back up next week and go over the week and kind of see where we went wrong or where we went right.
Yep, the base plan, it'll adjust as the season goes, but just like every week, hopefully a broad episode of how the season's going, and then game picks for the upcoming week on another episode. So this was good. Wolves start 2-0.
Can I just ask one more question before we leave? If there was a loss here, which game is it?
If there was a lot.
Yeah, if you had to pick one of these games, if you had to pick a loss,
Lakers. I got to see the Blazers score, man. I know the defense is
uh,
gonna be good, but I
I
think they
think
can. You
I think
disagree? All right, let's spend 20 minutes on
yeah,
this.
yeah, I think I'd probably disagree. I think I can just see the first game. I remember I feel like both of the last 2 seasons, the first game has just been awful. It was Lakers last season. They got blown out. And the season
Yeah,
before was Toronto, and
the second
they
year
were
with Gobert Cat was that a bad opening night? I guess I don't recall.
yeah, I think they might have even though they were good, I think they might have
Yeah,
lost in Toronto, like, and played really terrible. It was just like, yeah, games where they scored 80 points. And I could see the Blazers
yeah.
doing
I mean,
that,
the
you know?
Blazers, they're rotate like they're. I don't know. Drew is a steadying force, so that's nice. But again,
Mhm.
they're adjusting the rotation without Scoot Henderson too. So
Yeah, and depth is going to be a thing as well in that game. Like,
they
can
do have it.
Minnesota's
The Blazers do have it.
yeah, they do have it, but they can Naz Reid, DiVincenzo,
Yeah,
TJ
Wolves have it
Sherman,
more
like
proven. Okay.
can they be a difference as well? So not to go back to that game, but I think I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if they lost that game. That feels like a game where the other team takes not that they Wolves won't take it serious, but where the younger, hungrier
Yeah.
team kind of come
Home
and punch
crowd.
them in the mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, both these games to me are like 55 to 60% confidence in the Wolves, so
Yeah.
it's not a
Yeah.
coin flip, but yeah.
0-2 would feel awful, but then at the end of
Oh
it,
my God.
if I looked at it from 1,000 yards, I'd say, okay, like these are both losable games. They're not disasters, I guess, if you lose, but you don't want to lose both of them.
Yeah, and this was a lot more fun than talking about preseason games, and they haven't even been played yet. I'll tell you
I
that. I'm
know, I know.
excited.
We're back, baby.
Oh man, good stuff. We're gonna get out of here. It's getting late. It's been a lot of talking, and
Yeah, my voice
it's good
hurts.
stuff, man. Yeah, it's fun. Games this week in a handful of days. Fun
Hmm.
stuff. All right. Thanks
All
everyone.
right,
We'll see you
peace.
next week.